One of the big goals at the start of the season was to win the conference title. Now that you guys are moving on to the postseason here, is there any worry of a letdown?
Well, actually, our goals, that we set for every season are to, number one, be playing the best football we can by week 10, and then coupling that, be win an SAC conference title and win the state championship. Those are our goals every year, regardless of the class. And so, at the forefront of that is playing our best football week 10, because now it's a season that depends on playing well every Friday night or your season ends.
Are you guys playing your best football right now?
We'd like to think so, but we're certainly going to have a great litmus test on that Friday night, against a very great, well-coached, talented team that if you don't play well, you're done.
I think the assumption was that it was going to be you and Homestead at some point sooner or later. Does it make a difference that it's in the opening round?
Not really. I mean, I think most coaches in high school and the way Indiana does the playoff system, take the approach that you just play who they tell you to play. You have to win 3 games to win the sectional title, and I guess the order of that really doesn't matter. You just got to play well for 3 weeks to win a sectional championship, and that's certainly how we've approached it this week.
They've obviously had an explosive offense this season. What's the approach to slowing them down?
Well, I think, as we've played different spread offenses throughout the season, it puts a premium on guys playing together, guys playing with good leverage, guys running to the football, and not having to do, I don't have to stop their offense or that kid, that player. It's got to be me and my buddy. I got to play with leverage. I got to know where my help is, and then fly around to the football.
Do you look at the north side game as kind of a good gauge for how you guys stack up against a team like Homestead?
Well, I don't know that we will have played as good of receivers as Homestead has. Between those two guys, I don't know that there's anybody that has a tandem as good as those two. And so certainly we can't compare anybody that we've played to those two. But style of offenses, as far as spreading it out, the thing that Homestead does uniquely is with their option game coupled with their passing game and being proficient at both. So that's the challenge for us on defense.
I don't think anyone would deny that you guys certainly have an advantage size-wise up front. Establishing the run, is that going to be the premium as usual?
That has to be our mindset in every game. That's kind of the way we're built. That's our goal. And so our offense kind of feeds through being able to run the ball. And but that's been the way, that's been Snider philosophy since a long time, since before I was even here. So that's not going to change, and that's the way it's got to be, and that's the way we want it, and especially in the playoffs when the weather gets bad and snow, rain, whatever, we got to be able to run the football to be successful.
If the field conditions are a little bit choppy, depending on how the weather plays tomorrow, do you think that's an advantage for you guys, given how well that you've played in some poor conditions?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Both teams got to play in the same weather. I think sometimes a sloppy field neutralizes each team's strengths, and I think the game then becomes more of big plays, who capitalizes on something first, and turnovers certainly are at a high premium, and momentum swings are a huge determining factor in the outcome of the game.